Hi, guys, and welcome back to my channel. This episode is going to be called Awele Talks. And on this episode today, I am going to be talking about toxic relationships. I believe there's a lot of signs that can show that you're in a toxic relationship, but I'm only going to pinpoint five signs because, we can't talk about everything at once. So, my first sign is going to be toxic communication. If you find yourself in a relationship where you and your partner are constantly arguing over little things and you can't have like a conversation without arguing, I believe that's very toxic because as two adults, you should be able to meet in the middle without having to constantly bicker or argue. And if you find yourself also in a situation whereby you and your partner are always having snide remarks about each other, that is very toxic. Please run away from that. Second sign is going to be controlling behavior. Let's say, for example, you have a partner that always wants to know where you are at all times, and once they text you and you don't respond to that, they get very angry and upset with you. Please, that is very toxic. People are allowed to have their lives outside of their relationship because we don't come to this life for only relationships. Let your partner have a life outside of the relationship. It is okay to want to know where your partner is, it is very fine, but please do not make it compulsory that you know where they are at all times. Space is needed in every relationship for it to grow. That's the second one. The third one is dishonesty. If you see that you are always having to make up lies, you constantly have to lie about where you are because you want to avoid spending time with your partner, or because you worry of how they'll react to the truth when you tell them where you are, that's very wrong. Two people in a relationship are supposed to be as honest as they can with each other. Dishonesty always has a way of catching up with you. So if you find yourself constantly having to lie about where you are, your whereabouts, or certain things with your partner, please find a way to exit that place. And your partner too, if you're if you're why are you always lying to your partner? I can't sit as a human. Like somehow, I'll find out you're lying to me. And if I find out you're lying to me, it's just weird as hell. Like dishonesty just isn't it, please. Patterns of disrespect is the next. If your partner is chronically late, casually forgetting events, and other behaviors that show disrespect for your time, that's a major red flag, please. Now, people, we have a lot of people out here that actually are bad at keeping certain things in their mind. That's fine. But I believe when you're in a relationship, it's like you should put an extra effort in having all of these things in your mind because that is what a relationship is. Just put an extra effort. But if you're not willing to do anything, you just want to like be there and doing nothing. I mean, that's very toxic. Please do not make people feel less of themselves because you have an issue with putting an extra effort in certain things. Also, patterns of disrespect. If your partner is always disrespecting you, for example, as a lady, if you're always hitting your man, using abusive words on him, that's very toxic because I don't think I believe the whole lady hitting man and man not hitting lady thing, because like why would you even hit anybody in the first place? I am loved at home, please don't hit me. Women out there, please, if you're dating my brothers, do not hit them. I will come for you. Last one I'm going to talk about is ignoring your needs. When you find that you are constantly having to ignore your needs to satisfy your partner, that is very toxic. We as humans, we all have what we like and what we want. But if you're always having to just go with the flow because you don't want your partner to feel some type of way, that's very toxic. You're not putting yourself first. And I promise you, you are not going to like how that is going to traumatize you in the long run. Always try to put your needs first. And if you don't want to be selfish, at least try to meet in the middle. If things aren't going for you how you want, communicate with your partner. I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, just communicate to your partner. Tell them, oh, I don't feel good about doing this thing. I mean, if they really understand you, then they'll try to meet in the middle with you. But I didn't really write it down, but I feel like this is one of the things I really need to talk about: abusive relationships. Please, everyone out there, run away from abusive relationships. It starts with insults, and from insults it turns to beatings. Please run away, and I'm talking both parties. Run away from abusive relationships. Once your partner starts to hit you, my dear, run. Run for your life, because a lot of people have lost their lives to abusive relationships because, for whatever reason the case may be, they couldn't leave that relationship. So please, if you find that you can relate to any of the things I've said in this video, please check yourself and your partner. And if it's too bad and you think you need to leave, please leave, because now it might not affect you, but in the long run it is going to affect you. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the like button, comment under the video, and subscribe to the channel so that you can stay tuned for when I release more videos like these. Thank you and have a nice day, everyone. Please comment, share, like, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.